was Legend was the player that went for that sniper off spawn. Now, one thing to note is Legend, he loves to pick the flag up and move it. So it wouldn't be surprising to me if they send Renegade over to that sniper instead and let Legend do what Legend is the best at, right? Is running flags, getting into that opposing base and being aggressive.
Sniper currently in the hands of Trippy, but notice how 3 of his teammates go down immediately. Body shot onto Legend. The nade should clean him up though, just a bit too far. And mind you, Formal still on the attack. Penguin has to give up his life to keep Trippy alive there. Trippy ends with a double kill, but Bound ends up with the overshield.
Yeah, and Renegade's up high with the sniper. Bound's like, yeah, you can push down. There's a sniper waiting for you if you do. And this is going to be devastating for Better. It's going to be tough to get out of this base now. Because Bound dies in that flag, it might not result in a flag capture, but it's certainly going to result in map loss and a second sniper that's going to move into the hands of OpTic Gaming. It should be down in this hut, and Formal is going to be on the search for that.
OpTic have complete control at the moment, and that flag is already started and moving right now. And the spawning members of Better are having reticles trained on them almost immediately. Some great shots onto Formal, but even better ones from Penguin. But does it really matter? Legend practically has that flag home, and there it is.
Yeah, Legend loves that. I think honestly he lives to play Halo for the flag run. It's so fun to watch him figure out routes, figure out timings in particular. If you really want to get good at flag running, notice how Legend runs flags. It's more about when he runs the flag. He's very understanding and putting himself in a position that if they get 2-3 down, that he can pull and get that thing moving.
Overshield about to come up, and Renegade and OpTic already have their eyes on yet another flag pull, and Falcated is able to take down Bound and immediately convert that into an overshield. That flag sits over toward the bottom pillar side, and right now Falcated and Better have a lot of responsibility on their hands. One goes down, but can OpTic relay it? Apparently not. They've just gone 3 down.
But notice the presence of Better. They all have to force themselves onto the same side of the map. They occupy one lane. That's because of the presence of Renegade. They were all on the other side getting ready to attack OpTic Gaming's base, but because of Renegade's presence play to move that flag back, it forces them into a linear game plan. And it makes the game just a lot more simple for OpTic Gaming. Instead, they're able to try to occupy a bit more space, try to laser down these players better, but they're still trying just to run it down this single lane. And hey, slays help everything come to fruition, but they still certainly have a lot of work ahead of them.
Both snipers are coming up right now, and Trippy aggressive as he takes down Formal. Don't know where that nade just came from, but Bound from downtown clears him out. Falcated with that sniper. He has reinforcements right now, loving the presence of Better at the moment. The quicks go right to the dome of Renegade, and that flag is moving once again. This time it's Better.
And Penguin's the real pivotal player to this. He's been up high. He has the other sniper controlling the other lane. Remember how easy it is to capture flags in this spot? Bound might have just made the play though. He got through enemy lines, got behind everyone. It doesn't matter if you have 2 snipers if no one helps the flag on the way back home. And Better's best opportunity yet is stop short.
Snipe though still in the hands of Falcated and Better. That's until Falcated ends up being taken down. Renegade wasting no time whatsoever, pulling that flag off of the base. Mind you, another overshield is coming up, and Renegade, he's nowhere near, but he's in the base of Better, being a nuisance, almost Pistola-like with this flank. Penguin though still grabs a hold of overshield.
Legend loves to try to catch players by surprise. He uses that thrust to try to come at an angle where you know, maybe you see someone jump that way once every 100 games. It's unfortunately did not work for him that time. Penguin ready for that fight.
1-0 lead in favor of OpTic Gaming still. Penguin, I think he might have thrusted, hit his head on the ceiling a little bit there. Try to get a little bit more oomph on that one as we switch over towards Falcated. He needs to make something happen. OpTic are quickly approaching the base of Better, and he's taking damage from all sides. Meanwhile, off the screen, we see Trippy and Penguin take care of their 1v1s, and eventually Legend, the final player alive.
with him going down, OpTic Gaming don't have any space to move out of their map and better have all the control. It's crucial for each player to live formal. He wins a crucial fight. That's going to at least alleviate that long pressure from the Nest side, but OpTic Gaming still in a fragile moment.
Great kill by Penguin, even better grenade coming out of Bound, and Bound gonna turn into much more. It's OpTic that take control, and now it's Bound and OpTic Gaming that are making sure they check their corners, but they're also pushing past the 50.
Renegade trying to catch him by surprise. We've seen it a few times now where OpTic Gaming has taken that long back flank to get into the base better to try to pull off their slaves with timing. I think they've started to wise up to that route. I don't think that's going to work anymore.
Thought Trippy and Bound would get into a bit of a 1v1, but looks like others are starting to get involved. Doesn't seem very fair, but Trippy gonna use that thrust in order to close the distance, get the trade out. Love the shots coming out of both Penguin and Falcon working on Formal. And although Renegade's the final player alive, he does have that snipe. If he can get just one kill, maybe he can slow down his flagpole.
It's just too many players to deal with. In fact, better, they decided to run that flag towards Renegade, and the rest of his team went down in the process. Suppress says, I have overshield. I'm just going to try to take this thing. Interesting strategy, but it's working out for them. Renegade couldn't get the stop, and now the sniper, Trippy, can support over top. OpTic Gaming, they have to send 3 wide to try to get the challenge from the catwalk.
Trippy does a great job of watching the overextenders. Eventually, though, it is OpTic that are coming in, and now Suppress forced to drop this flag. He's going to be forced to fight it out. Bound trying to push him back. Suppress does get one last touch on this flag, but the return is being manned by both Formal and Bound at the same time. Falcated though, I said it before and I'll say it again. What the Falcated is going on?
He must have gotten a back spawn. Something, just a devastating blow. OpTic Gaming purposely had opened up those nest spawns so that they could play for that return, but at the final moment, Falcon got behind him and caused absolute chaos. Unfortunately for better though, no flag capture out of it, and this has been the problem for them all game long. They consistently have been able to find opportunities, offensive plays to get the flag, but they just have not been able to put it back home. On the other side, OpTic Gaming, they make the most of each opportunity. They've had 2 flag runs and they've had 2 flag captures.
No matter what it is that Better brings to the table, OpTic have had a response, and as of right now, they are the table, as OpTic are 2-0 right now, and it's the same not only for this game, but also the series as well. One more capture, and they're advancing forward into the grand finals.
Now, Overshield just went to the hands of Bound. This is gonna be tough for Better to handle, and yeah, Bound just says, no, I'm not gonna take a one-on-one against you when I can go help my teammate, then come back and beat you down and stay alive because of my shields. And by the way, the flag's also being run while you guys are 4 down, so by the time you spawn up, you can't shoot the flag carrier. This is textbook technique from OpTic Gaming.
And it looks like the curbside is gonna be what ends it. Renegade punches that one in. 3-0. Not only is the scoreline in this game, but the scoreline in the series. Better get knocked out in third